Salut mes amis. Today I'm here in Paris, France in front of the Basilique Nationale de Sacré-Cœur. And joining me today, c'est mon frère.
What's up, guys? We haven't been here in the past 3 years, and today we're going to be doing some stuff that we didn't get to do 3 years ago to make our Paris experience better and more memorable.
Yeah. So, I guess without further ado, let's get walking.
Our first stop of the day was at Moulin Rouge. Located just a few blocks from the beautiful Sacré-Cœur Basilica, Moulin Rouge is the world's most famous cabaret. It was founded in 1889 and was the setting for the 2001 film by the same name. Unfortunately, we can't stay, as today we're in a race against the clock. Our next stop is Palais Garnier. The iconic opera house has been featured in a plethora of movies and series, including in season 3 of Lupin.
Just got to the opera, and we were going to show you guys the inside, but it appears that there's a long line of people also trying to get in.
Luckily though for us, our next location, which was also prominently featured in Lupin, is just there. I don't know if you can see the sign. Galerie Lafayette.
And by prominently featured, I mean a single chase scene was filmed here. That doesn't take away from how cool the spot is though. Arguably the most famous shopping center in Paris. Most of the shops in Galerie Lafayette contain high-end designer goods. In my opinion, the spot is still worth a visit, even if you're not gonna buy it.
And if you come just up these stairs, you have one of the best views of Paris.
Next we headed to the National Library, in Lupin as well by the way. We didn't film a lot inside, but we did spend about an hour in there. In Paris, there are over 100 unique museums containing incredible pieces of history. One of the best parts is that students can get into many of the museums at a discounted rate, or even for free. Besides the Eiffel Tower, which we'll be visiting later, Dane and I didn't pay a cent to visit any of these places.
These are pretty common in Paris, entirely potable water fountains, and we can just fill up our water bottles and keep moving.
So we just realized we haven't really shown you our walking in between, and that it may feel like we're kind of just jumping around. So we're gonna show you our walk to the next place and why we've kind of been cutting it. Alright, so that was our walk. My arm is tired. You don't want to see all that. I don't want to do all that. So, we're helping each other out. This is a symbiotic relationship, alright? And this was our next destination. This is Hôtel de la Marine, which I only just learned the name of.
And learned incorrectly. This building is a museum called Grand Palais. However, on the day we were there, it didn't have a name on Google Maps. This is the actual Hôtel de la Marine. So everything you're about to hear is true, it's just about a different building.
Dane's been doing loads of research. He's got some answers for us.
So for the past 5 minutes, I decided to research it a little bit. It was originally created for Louis XV, as well as being home of the Navy after the French Revolution, and at one point housing the Royal Guard.
Ah, so confidently spoken, Dane. And now, rather unceremoniously, we're headed to the Arc de Triomphe.
Alright, well we are here at the Arc de Triomphe, and we just spent about 5 minutes debating how we were going to get across the road, and then we looked directly next to us, and there's a tunnel under, so we'll show you guys what's on the other side here in a minute.
Except we won't be showing you because I forgot to film. But we were there, I promise. Here's the proof.
We're beginning the quest for lunch. This place, already checked it out, way too expensive. This guy's trying to get some escargot. Oh, this guy. And I don't know what I want. So it's gonna be tough to find something, but we'll find it with time.
Alright, so we just came from the Arc de Triomphe, which we forgot to film. Sorry about that. But right now we're getting lunch. This is the cheapest thing we could find with some Italian style pizza, so that's alright. And right after this we're going to Hôtel des Invalides, where Napoleon's tomb is. And here's a picture of the building. Beautiful, right? But we ran into a small issue.
There seemed to be a bit of a disagreement between the people up front and the people at the desk over what kind of student discount was allowed here. But the lady selling the tickets basically said unless you have a European visa, which Dane does not, you can't get in for free, which is alright. So we're gonna head on to our next spot, which is the Eiffel Tower.
We are currently heading under the Eiffel Tower, and we are going to make our way up to the free level in which you can go up the Eiffel Tower.
Word.
Yeah, that's bars.
Yeah.
That's bars.
And we'll see if the spot you have to pay for is worth it. Not gonna lie, the top of the Eiffel Tower was kind of worth the price in my opinion. Though, I will say, if you're not willing to spend 28 bucks to go to the top, Montparnasse Tower is a really good way to see it as well. It's a little cheaper and you can see the Eiffel Tower. So I recommend both of those.
After quite a walk, we made it to the famous Notre Dame Cathedral.
We're at Notre Dame, which reopened this year after the fire in 2019. We are trying to get through and get inside right now with a huge crowd around us. Wish us luck.
Alright, so we're in line here at Notre Dame, and I've decided that you guys are going to wait on this one with us, because we're bored, and you will be too. And we're here at the entrance.
Yes, this is the only footage we got inside. I told you, we were slacking.
Right, so we are here at our last location, that being the Louvre. And we're gonna try to see as much as we can. I think we've got about an hour until we've got to start making our way back to the station. So we're gonna try to get in as quickly as possible and see some cool stuff and hopefully get some good footage for you guys. Alright, we'll see you inside.
I wish I could say we filmed more, but if I'm being honest, we were too busy enjoying the art for ourselves. And in reality, the camera doesn't do any of it justice. You really have to go and see it for yourself.
Alright, we are in. And already, you can see this place is pretty crazy. Some of the most famous art on the planet is right here in this museum.
I'm guessing most know, but the Louvre contains the most famous portrait on the planet, the Mona Lisa. Before we get to that though, I gotta give some love to the wedding at Cana. It's just across from the Mona Lisa, so most people ignore it, but this thing is huge and only a few years younger than the Mona Lisa. But I digress.
I think this is about as close as we're gonna get, but there she is.
And that was it.
Alright.
Alright, well that was our day in Paris. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something today. Let me know down below what your favorite spot was that we visited today and whether you think we missed anything. I mean, we definitely did. We spent most of the day walking around and didn't film half of what we saw. But if you enjoyed, please leave a like down below and we'll see you next time. Bye!